All right, guys, this is home business expert Amy Hunt, and I have here with me Kfir from DSM TOOL, and we are going to go live next week. I'm just going to send an invitation out to you right now. We're going to go live next week at 11 a.m. on Monday. So, Kfir, considering the world today, why would it be important to have another stream of income, considering everything that's going on economically with the pandemic, coronavirus? Tell us a little bit of information of your opinion why we should consider another form of economic source of income.
Okay. Hey, Amy, and I can't wait for next week when we go live and talk about the practices and the actual practical things that we want to refer to in terms of how to start creating this new channel of income. Obviously, I'm going to talk about the company that I created and the software that we created, DSM Tool. But before we are even diving anywhere near that, which is going to happen next week, the discussion today that we see on the media, on the general media, is always about and by the way, I live in Tel Aviv. When we're starting here, it works a little bit different. Like what happens here is a little bit different than what happens in the States. And but the discussion that we see, and actually before we started recording this video, we had the discussion between us. The discussion is always about the tomorrow, like what's going to happen tomorrow. Should we open the stores or should we not open the stores already? Should we already, like, is it safe to go outside or is it not safe to go outside? And the reason that I think that it's important for people to come and learn about creating new channels of income has to do not with what happens tomorrow, rather with what happens in a year from today. Because if there is something that at least most of us, if not all of us, agree on, is that we are facing, to some extent, a financial crisis that is going to come. To what extent, we don't know. I heard lectures of economists that says that this is the biggest financial crisis since 1930. And I also heard people that are saying, yeah, it's going to be a small financial crisis. Right now, the stock markets are actually going up and it's not going to go down again. I've heard people talking about both options and all of the range of options between them. And the thought that came to me is that, okay, doesn't matter which of the scenarios is true, some level of financial crisis is most likely what we're going to be facing. And if we are going to face a financial crisis, that means that either you, the person that is right now listening, or people within your community, people with the circles that are like on your relatives or
friends, community, right?
Some of them are going to get hit by this financial crisis, and some of them are going to have to learn how to recreate themselves, whether it's to create, a lot of people lost their jobs, so maybe to create new channels of income. A lot of people will have to learn how to organize their lives completely differently. A year from today, things might be completely different, and now is the time. And businesses, me and the businesses I own, you and your business, when we want in a year from today to survive, if we want to be stable, we have to plan it ahead. We have to learn and understand what are the ways to keep us floating, to keep us alive in the longer term. This is no longer a discussion, or you know what, there is an important discussion of whether we should go out tomorrow or we shouldn't go out and stay in lockdown. I respect that discussion, but I think that our responsibility, the people that go live on the channels where we're talking about starting an online business and stuff like that, our responsibility is not to talk about what happens tomorrow morning. It's to talk about where are you going to be a year from today? What are the skills that you're going to have as a business owner a year from today, 2 years from today, as this financial crisis is going to start affecting you and the people that are close to you. And this is why I invite everyone to join this session where we're going to talk about the practice, and we're going to be practical on that session. We're going to talk about the software and about how to start eBay dropshipping as a business model. And so, because we want to bring a practical value. But here in this invitation, I want to focus on the why and, well,
and the how. And so what we're going to do differently on my channel, this will be the first time we go live on my channel where you can actually submit some comments, and hopefully we can help you out in a live sort of situation and get you started with making some extra income. even if you've never done it before, and having a little extra money per month at this point in the game seems like it's probably a good idea. So what I want you to do is, if you're not part of my website, go to amyhunt.biz. You can sign up for my email list and you'll get private invitations similar to this in the future as well. But we'll see you guys next Monday. What's the date? May 11th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, so I just want to show you what it's going to look like on your end. So you're going to type in Home Business Expert if you don't know how to get to the link. Otherwise, the link will be at the bottom underneath in the description. But if in a couple days you don't remember where it is, just type in Home Business Expert, then hit subscribe, or just go to the video, and you're going to have to sign in. Once you get there, you're going to have to subscribe down here or add it to your watch list. But again, you're going to have to sign in. What do I mean by sign in? You got to sign in to YouTube. Usually this is using your Gmail. Now, once you do that, you'll get a button right here that says set reminder. So you click set reminder and it's going to remind you when it goes live. So, all right, guys, we'll see you Monday at 11 a.m. Thanks, guys. And we end with a roar.